zu lange.
Naja, wisst ihr, das ist Mädels, manchmal dauert es ein bisschen länger. Gut, machen wir einen Schuh, hätte ich gesagt. Dürft ruhig weitermachen. This is my VW, and I would like to turn this little van into a mobile home. Let's get it done.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
So as you can see, I spent the first working session on this car, or rather we spent the first working session on this car. I had a little bit of help here, and the objective number one was to get the floor done and the isolation against the ground. You know, got some a little bit of a foil in between there, you know, between the ground and the floor, so that the heat is a little bit better preserved, which is kind of a struggle in this car anyway, because I've got windows, as you can see, and yeah, I lose a lot of heat anyways. The floor pieces are laid out now, and all the tiny little details are cut out, and of course it would have been better to get one solid piece of wood down there, you know, which fits perfectly, but unfortunately I couldn't find this in my local hardware store, so I decided to go with these leftover pieces from the wood floor of my mom, actually, because she didn't need them anymore, and yeah, why not? The wood looks quite good, so I thought that has a little bit of style, you know, in this car. So yeah, the next objective is going to be, because as you can imagine, if you just stick them together, and I mean there is kind of an attachment so that the pieces hold themselves together, but if you have a lot of these pieces, then they are not so stable, you know, they move around a bit and stuff. So I decided to take them one by one into my flat and kind of glue them together to create this one piece of solid ground plate. It's gonna be the task of today evening.
It's nothing short of a miracle.
Ja, schau dann an, das ist ein Künstler.
More or less perfectly here. Let's just Alright, so the bed construction is finished. Time to get on with the other stuff and some details. I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. Everything fits together pretty nicely. The only thing is that, of course, as you can see, if you rattle on this a little bit, then you can see that it's not 100% sturdy. It doesn't fit 100% together, which is of course impossible. And that's why I'm going to try to make some spacers here in between those boards on the poles, actually, to kind of fit everything together even better and make it more sturdy, make it more stable. starting, bro. You wanna fall down again, huh? You wanna fall down? Maybe it's so hard, baby.
Music is no longer irrelevant. Music is according to
Of course. Another nice piece of work done, got my sidewalls in, bit of strange lighting in here. Here in the background you can see something awesome. This is the first mattress that arrived yesterday, which I ordered, so we're gonna get that in as well soon. And yeah, I think the big parts are done now. Got myself some amazing stuff to eat, by the way. Here are some spelt noodles with tomato sauce and veggies and stuff. It's gonna be awesome after this day. And yeah, now only some details are missing actually. I think it should be ready. It should be ready to roll for the first overnighter. Let's see how we do. It's the next morning, and as you can see, the mattress has unfolded, which is great. Looks kind of awesome. I think I'm gonna finish up some details on the vehicle now and then get that mattress in so that we can hop in for our first test overnighter on the mattress today. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do some bouldering first and then a freezing cold overnighter in the van. I'm pretty excited for it. Let's do it. Alright, so we'll now prepare the bed in advance to save some time later on, and I will put the second board out to save some space and weight as well, since I do not need both since I'm alone for this trip. So yeah, let's do it. That's already it. Let's get the mattress in. We're still going strong here. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and as you can see, we've got 3 degrees Celsius at a humidity of around 80% and very low air pressure here because we are at a little bit of an elevated spot. The mattress is working great. I don't need any sleeping bag or anything. As you can see, I'm here with a double blanket and the pillow. And that mattress, 8 centimeters of mattress, yeah, still working amazing. Good morning. The night was pretty cozy, I have to say. Below the double blankets, it was actually quite warm. I'm quite happy about that because in the car I think it had 0 degrees at some point, or 1 or 2 degrees Celsius only, which is kind of cold. During the cooking process it heated up a bit to about 5 degrees Celsius, but then during the night it cooled down again. But no problem for the mattress, no problem for the double blanket. So I'm now independent from a sleeping pad and a sleeping bag, and that's of course awesome because it's much more cozy and convenient to sleep freely, so to say, because you can move around than captured in a sleeping bag. So now it's time to cook some breakfast, and then I'm gonna enjoy the nature around here a little bit. And yeah, I think I'll tune in again when I'm finishing up some details here. Oh yeah, full cargo capacity. Alright guys, I just realized while editing this video that I don't really have a complete take of setting everything up, how everything works and stuff like that. So first thing we need to do is getting rid of the third seat. Next we have to slide both front seats into the frontest position and tilt them as much as possible. Alright, so now we have to put all the support poles into place, which are these blocks here, these bricks of wood. Pretty simple. And here we also got one big one for the left big plate. The next step is gonna be putting the first bigger board into place. Now, one of the really cool things about this build is the level of the wheel volumes is just the same level as the level of these armrests here, which means that you can rest the board on these armrests and on the wheel baskets. You're gonna have a perfectly even surface. Now the next step is to slightly tilt the front seats backwards again, so that the big plates are getting literally locked into place, just like that. Now the cool thing is that you can open the front doors now again without having to fear that these plates are gonna drop down, because they are also fixed via these seats, you know. The next step is going to be putting the mattresses into place. Now they are dimensioned in such a way that they just fit onto each other with a little bit of pressure. This is so that you avoid that there is forming a slot while you're sleeping, you know. The most annoying part of making any bed, putting the blanket on, or what is called a landtiergehoid. Welcome to the cozy interior. Alright, so welcome to the cozy interior. As you can see, we still have some vision from the side to cover up. Man, this is just so cool. I always dreamt about such a vehicle, you know. You can just jump in, leave the city, drive out in nature, do some bouldering, do maybe some climbing, or do some other stuff, maybe, who knows. And having the ability to just stay outside and sleep outside, you know, in the fresh air. You don't have to get back into the city, into the traffic jam, and all this kind of stuff. And after a lot of work, it became reality. What an awesome feeling. It's really just even more awesome to know that you did this yourself, you know, with your own abilities. And I also want to thank you guys, especially those who supported the channel, you know, financially via the Patreon tribe or on the PayPal. Because I can tell you, pretty much all of the building materials for this build came from such finances, you know. That's just amazing. Honestly, that's just amazing. I have to thank you a lot for that. So yeah, enough sissy talk now. Let's head out and have some adventures.